This is a no-knead pizza recipe. For the dough, we'll need 150 milliliters of lukewarm water, 250 grams of plain flour, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and 3.5 grams of yeast. We'll take the water, the sugar and the yeast, and we'll mix them in a bowl and leave it to stand for around 10 minutes until the mixture goes frothy. If the mixture doesn't froth up, it's likely that the yeast is dead, in which case discard the mixture and start from scratch. Once the mixture is nice and frothy, add the flour and the salt to the bowl and mix together until a dough starts to form. Then cover the bowl and put it in the fridge to rest. The dough will be ready to use in around 24 hours. I usually give mine 48 to 72 hours to really let the flavours develop. So now the dough's been resting for a couple of days, it's ready to use. We can take it out of the fridge now and leave it on the side for around an hour to warm up and become workable. Or, if like me, you're a little impatient, you can warm the dough with your hands on a floured work surface around a minute or two before shaping. So while I warm the dough, let's work out how much all of this costs. Now obviously these prices will vary dependent on where you shop and what's available when you go. But for me, it worked out that the flour was 11 pence, the yeast was 4.5 pence, and the sugar was 1.5 pence, making the dough itself 17 pence. The sauce, which I'll show you shortly, came to around 8 pence, that being 4 pence for the tomato puree and 4 pence for the oil, bringing the total for the bases to 25 pence, or 12.5 pence per portion. So, now the dough is nice and workable, divide it into the number of pizzas you're going to make, and flour the work surface if you haven't already. This recipe makes 2 pizzas around 9 inches across. Of course you could halve or double the recipe, or you can make one larger or several smaller pizzas. It's entirely up to you. Next we need to shape the pizzas. Now you can hand stretch them, or you could just use a rolling pin, which is generally easier. When it comes to cheeses, there's obviously a lot of choice. I usually go for mozzarella balls, they're around 40 pence each, and one ball is enough to do 2 pizzas comfortably. But there are many other cheeses you could choose from. On screen are around a half dozen topping choices I've priced up as a guide. Things like onions and sweet corn come in very cheap, whereas things like pepperoni and anchovies come in on the more expensive side. It's worth noting that the price given for the ham and for the chicken are reflective of the price of a whole gammon joint or a whole chicken, with the rest of the meat being used in other meals throughout the week. Now, if this is something you struggle with, making a whole chicken or a whole gammon joint last for several meals throughout the week, then hit the subscribe button because I'm currently working on videos to show how you can do exactly that. This is about the simplest pizza sauce you can make. You get equal parts of tomato puree and oil, so for 2 pizzas around 20 grams of each. Mix them together with a dash of water, a bit of salt and pepper, and any herbs you'd like to add. There are several options for cooking your pizza. You could dust a tray with oil or flour, or if you like the Domino style crust, you can use semolina. If you have a stone oven or a pizza oven, you could use one of them, or you can use the method I like to use. The first step to cooking is to get a dry pan on a really high heat. If you're unfamiliar with the term, a dry pan is simply one with nothing in it, so no cooking oils and no butter. Once the pan is nice and hot, you just want to lay the dough in the pan, being careful not to burn yourself. It doesn't really matter if the pizza base you've rolled out is too large for the pan. You can just roll the crust in, you get nice thick crust which are perfect for dipping into sauces. After around a minute, you can start putting your sauce, your toppings. You can see I had mushrooms and onions on mine, and your cheeses on top. And once the base of the pizza has started to brown, you can put it under a high heat grill for around 1 to 2 minutes until the cheese is melted and you've got these nice brown and black spots all over the crust. Be careful when taking the pizzas out from under the grill, as the handle will be hot, so use a tea towel or oven glove or something similar. Once done, your pizzas will look something like this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you got value from this content, please like and subscribe and share with others who you think may benefit from it too. And if there are any meals that you're struggling to afford, please let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can make them cheaper.